were buried all over the place, even outside of the country, in Constantinople and in Greece, in some cases. In 3 cases in Cyprus. The majority, of course, are buried in Jerusalem, in and around Jerusalem. There was a type of necropolia of the patriarchs at St. James Church. Among others, St. Cyril of Jerusalem is buried there. Others are buried around the hill of St. Modestus and St. Procopius, and yet a third necropolia of sorts existed down in the area around the old Jewish cemetery from the Old Testament. Among others, St. Juvenalius is buried there. We have one of the patriarchs buried, Patriarch Damianos, who died in 1931 on Mount Zion, in the Orthodox cemetery at Mount Zion. However, in 1948, that became no man's zone, and nobody could be buried there at all, because it was the border between Jordan and Israel until 1967. And in the framework of that, when Patriarch Timotheos died in 1955, he had been Patriarch from 1931 to 1955, they couldn't bury him there, and it was decided that they would simply bury him here at Mikra Galilea. Thus, here we have the sarcophagus of Patriarch Timotheos. On the opposite side, his immediate successor, who was very much in love with Mikra Galilea, Patriarch Benedict, who was from 1955 until 1980, and when their successor, Patriarch Diodras, died in December of 2000, they buried him, we'll see him in the chapel of St. Nicholas, his sarcophagus. Thus the last 3 patriarchs who have died have been buried here at Mikra Galilea. On the opposite side, when we will be leaving, we will see also the sarcophagus containing the remains of Archbishop Epiphanios, who was the builder of this church and the caretaker of this property, even in a certain sense, a little bit of a martyr. In English, how do you say for the dead? How do you say for the dead?
Memory church. Grant Lord, O Lord, grant rest, O Lord, to thy servants, the Patriarchs of Jerusalem, Benedict, Archbishop of Timotheus, Diodorus and Epiphanius, and make their memory to be eternal.
There is a bishop in Bethlehem, and the bishop of Bethlehem here by tradition is called the Bishop of the Jordan. The Bishop of the Jordan. He was the Bishop of the Jordan, but he was assigned the responsibility of being the builder and caretaker of the property of Mikra Galilea in 1880 when it started, and since then he was the caretaker until his death in 1901, and proverbially everyone with the exception of me has seen him.